So come along with us and enjoy some of our memories also. Since it's such a beautiful day and we left in the morning, we've got lots of time to drive and spend as much time as we want to at Tombstone. And since we haven't been there before, we can walk around. I know that it's not that big of a place, but it's going to be kind of fun to go in some of the shops, have lunch. Tombstone is about 2.5 hours away from our place, so it should be a nice drive. Desert, lots of desert in between, and as you can see, the mountains are going to be coming up here, which is Picacho Peak. It's a beautiful area. I've hiked it before myself, and it's beautiful, especially when you get on top. So it's beautiful today, and just wanted you to come along with us. We're going to be coming up to Boothill, which is our stop that we're going to take for just a few minutes. It's very affordable, about $3 for adults, and it really doesn't take that long to go through everything, but the history is amazing, so that's why we're stopping and taking a short look around before we get to Tombstone. Boothill's kind of interesting. It definitely has a lot of history, like I said, but I love the markers on the graves that they have. Some are unknown, but the Clantons are there, and their father is there, and also some other known people from Tombstone are there as well, that you kind of recognize the names from the sheet that was handed to us, the map of the Boothill. So it's kind of interesting to look at the names and see who is there and how long it's been since that has been open. It was just a short stop, so we enjoyed that. It was something that I'm glad we did stop to see everything. Heading back into or going to Tombstone, and this is kind of a map of the area that's there. We got that online, so you can kind of see everything that's available to you during the daytime and the evening as well. So it's kind of fun. Went to Fly Photography Gallery, which has been standing there for as long as Tucson's been there. And they're the ones who took most of the photography in the area. Quite interesting photography as well. You'll see it all over Tombstone. So quite interesting. Very easy to park and very easy to get into the area. So didn't take long at all. The town really is very, very interesting. And the history, of course, if you've watched any westerns whatsoever, or know any of the western stories, it's you can come here and actually find a lot of the information and things that you either read about or that you saw on television in a movie. Very, very interesting. I think one of the things we wanted to do in Tombstone was, as we were looking at things to do that day or today, is to make sure we went to the birdcage. And in here is so many things just inside the building when you first walk in. There's the steps that go up to where the ladies were. And also, there's a big desk area or bar area, I guess it was. They are using it as a desk, but it was sent from Pittsburgh. It was made in Pittsburgh and sent to Tombstone. And so that is still there. Everything in the building is original. That's why we wanted to go in there, because it was so unique and everything is marked. It was a little bit to get in, so there was an extra charge for that, but it's well worth it. They have to keep up the buildings and pay the people as well, so we didn't have a problem with that as well. Being able to get a full look at everything during that time period and being here and local is just amazing. So we really enjoyed this. And as you kind of go through the building, the theater part, you'll notice that it's kind of smaller than what we had anticipated, but it's still a good size, of course, for back then. But in the movies, they always make everything so much larger. And so it would be amazing for the entertainers and anybody that was a gunslinger or anybody coming into town. They definitely went to the theater, and the balconies up above that you'll see are ones that they used to rent or charged, I guess, was $25, which seems like back then it was quite high, but people used to do it on a nightly basis or yearly basis. So there's quite a lot of stories that go along with the birdcage. So if you've listened to any westerns or anything, or know any of the stories, it's one of the things that you'll probably reminisce over some of the things that are marked inside here. So you could stand here in the middle and go through quite a few different artifacts with all the markings and the people that has played there as being an entertainer or that has watched the shows. Very nice place to go visit. This is the back area of the stage, and they have many, many items that's back here that were used in the stage, and also they have a hearse, a beautiful hearse. We just couldn't get over the ornate things that's on it. It's all glass and everything else that's around it. The ornateness of it was something that was just kind of out of place, I guess, for kind of a rustic area, but it was beautiful, so we just couldn't seem to take enough pictures of it. And you'll see that back there, as well as a lot of different items. And then from there, we'll go downstairs to where they played cards and where some more ladies had rooms. And so, quite interesting place here. Ladies' rooms, actually, the ladies of the evening. Rooms were right across from where the tables were, where they played cards, and they had or games. And so there was 2 tables that were down there that we saw, and of course a bar and some other areas outside from that. But it was amazing to see. It just looks like they just, other than the dust, it just looks like they just got up and left. So there was 3 rooms downstairs in the basement, along with the card tables or games. Stagecoaches are a nice themed kind of thing, since they don't have any pavement, and kind of gives the theme of the town authenticity for the rest of the shops and that kind of things. A lot of people dress in period clothes as well, that either work there or come there, so it's kind of fun. They have gun fights. Actors do gunfights in the middle of the street about 3 or 4 times a day. So it's kind of interesting to go around and see those. And we're going to go to a show in a little bit. So we're going to go to a special one pretty soon. This is Big Nose Kate's place, and we had to wait quite a while to get in because it was so packed. Of course, it was Saturday, so we understood. Getting hungry, though, so I'm glad we went in. And great food. Prices are just about what you'd get at home, so they weren't gouging with the prices. Very good food, so it was great. Great little stop, and to get some refreshments as well. So great place.
about the good-looking guys? Don't worry, they'll be out here in a minute. All right, folks, sit back in your saddles and relax. Enjoy a piece of the Old West. We're the Tombstone Cowboys with money.
It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came right over and let me remember the way. He was busy Santa killing corn, and the notches on his pistol were going. Why not you know? Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before. 20 men tried to take the They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when he started to make the play.
Short years, Tombstone actually bloomed up to more than 20,000 people. Now, 20,000 people back then, it actually made us the second largest city in the West, next to San Francisco. Yep, now in these hills and ravines that are just behind you, in just over a decade, they actually pulled out about $85 million worth of silver. Now, folks, in today's terms, that is $1.9 trillion. That's a lot of money, right? A lot of reasons for people from all walks of life to come to Tombstone and get a piece of that pie, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and then the real scum came to town. Your lawyers, your bankers, and your politicians. Hey, back here on Allen Street, we had over 120 saloons, and they were pumping whiskey 24/7. Some obviously missed those days. And on top of that, over 2,500 ladies of the night. And their fans. Which brings us to the story we're going to tell you today. It's called 10-Star Justice. About a miner loses his mule, comes into town, and has a run-in with a cowboy. Now, the term cowboy back then didn't have this kind of same romanticized...
Howdy! Howdy! I said howdy! Howdy! Hey, you folks happen to see a guy that has a red sachet and a long-slung gun?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you kindly. Hey, mister, is your name Bingo?
It is Ringo, Miner. What of it?
Well, I was over at the Okie Dokie Corral and a fella by the name of Ike.
Ike.
Well, he said a fella dressed just like you brought in a mule today.
Yeah, well, first of all, Ike's got a big mouth. And maybe I did find a mule. What's it to you?
But that was my mule.
How do you figure that?
Well, I can describe her for you.
Sure, let's try that.
Well, she's just an itty-bitty little marrow about yay tall. From me to you. And when I walk by her, she winks at me.
And that ain't what the piece of paper it's written on. You're out of a mule. Adios. Boom!
Hey, you can't take my Jenny like that. Call that man a horse thief. Horse thief. Horse thief.
Hold on. You clearly not paying attention. It was a mule.
A mule thief. Mule thief.
Mule thief.
Now, hold on a minute. We are in the great state of Arizona. You can't go
what you've been drinking. I see 3 cups in that window.
Probably would, you drunk. Wait for the one in the middle. He might hit all 3, right, folks?
All right.
That's a little bit low and to the right. What is going on with our barrel?
Hey, yeah!
No, don't encourage that. What do you even got? Let's give it up for our good guy, Marshall Baker. There you go.
Leave it in there.
That ain't a real outhouse. Woo! Arizona Territory 18. Oh! He's joking! He's joking! We need whiskey! 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 Whiskey!
I'll be in the saloon drinking!
That is rough on a hangover.
Hey, man. It ain't bingo, and it ain't dango, and it ain't rango. It's Ringo. Ringo shot the miner. Hold on, that kid chewing on bubblegum started the whole thing. Look, that miner comes stumbling into town, brandishing that dangerous weapon, scaring the dickens out of these folks, right?
I'm sobering up now and you're giving me a headache. The way I see it, we can do this one of two ways. The easy way, you mark yourself into my jail.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Or we can do it the hard way. Settle it out here on the street like men. Either way, the time for talking is over.
Time for dogs, though. Shoot the one in the middle. He might hit all three. Easy way or the hard way, huh, Marshall? What do you guys want? The easy way or the hard way? Hard way! You're in a gunfight now, Marshall. Oh, that was close. Are you trying to kill me, brother?
Yeah! Amazon Prime, baby.
You got John Wayne's eye patch. I hate you.
Well, you ain't standing now, are you, Pilgrim?
That is the worst John Wayne I've ever heard before in my life. Don't do that anymore. What are you loading that gun with? You can knock down a horse.
I don't know about a horse, but I just knocked me down a jackass.
Ah! I've been gunshot, folks, and there's so much blood. There's so much blood. It's in 3D, man. Ah! All right, Marshall, it's down to you and me. You and that little Chan Star Justice, and me and what's left of my reputation. Adios, Marshall. I want to be the good guy next time.
Why is that, Bill?
I'm tired of dying, man.
Well, you know, if you took some better acting lessons, you wouldn't die so much.
Oh! Did we have fun? Yeah! Now, folks, let me introduce you to this awesome cast over here on your far left playing your dirty miner. First of all, we got a Marine veteran. Been in several movies, including the likes of the Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp and a couple of your Transformer movies. We got Little Bill! He thinks he is anyway. Now this cowboy right beside me playing your good guy, and he really is a good guy. Also an Air Force veteran. Been in quite a few movies himself. We got Caden.
And folks, last but certainly not least, all of us up here do have TV, film, and movie experience. This guy right here has actually been in quite a few big movies. What's that one he keeps going on and on about?
No.
It was broke something.
Oh, Brokeback Mountain, we got
Oh,
Wild.
get out of here. Folks, you will not see my face in that movie. Hold on, that didn't sound right either.
And that's because it was all behind the scenes.
Oh, get out of here. All right, did we have fun? Now, folks, hold on to those tickets.
That was a great show. Enjoyed it. And then we've got some little bits of video and some different photos and all kinds of things that I didn't put inside but are wonderful to look at that we both took. So just take a look at those and then we'll be heading out in a little bit. had a great time today in Tombstone. Didn't get to see everything though. We really didn't get to go in a lot of the shops, just time-wise, I guess, or going to a show. You could definitely stay here a couple days and see all the sights. And I'm sure glad you got to come along with us as we made some more memories. And so we will kind of say goodbye for now. I'm sure glad we don't have to ride in this though. Our car, I think, is a little bit more comfortable than this. So we will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.